before the release of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, a viral marketing campaign began for the film. This campaign was primarily told through a Daily Bugle Tumblr account where supposed news articles from the company would be posted. It's here where we surprisingly received massive in-depth lore details about the movie, documenting the events before the start of the film. The story of this viral marketing campaign centers on the aftermath of the Lizard's attack, highlighting the growing fear and anxiety among New Yorkers over the emergence of metahumans and technologically advanced criminals. Articles revealed that 95% of citizens doubt the NYPD's ability to handle these new threats, while 83% expect metahuman crime to rise in the coming months. In response to this widespread unease, both the NYPD and Oscorp are taking steps to address the crisis. Well, one for profit and one for protection. Oscorp continues to thrive despite public concerns, ongoing NYPD and Attorney Office investigations, and accusations from Curt Connors, who blames the company for his transformation in the first movie. Recently, Oscorp has focused on advanced robotics and energy projects, including cutting-edge robotic engineering, led by Spencer Smythe. In an interview with the Daily Bugle, Smythe discussed advancements in mobility technology, revealing the NYPD's interest in these innovations. In a different interview, a journalist caught a glimpse of Oscorp's behind-the-scenes projects, including top-secret military gear and groundbreaking technologies. Among the key scientists driving these developments is Otto Octavius, a nuclear researcher whose role remains shrouded in secrecy. In a significant setback, Oscorp lost a major military contract for a flight suit powered by anti-gravity developed by Adrian Toomes. The military chose an alternative provider, leaving Toomes' future at Oscorp uncertain. One of the first major villains Spider-Man faced after the events of The Amazing Spider-Man was Herman Schultz, aka The Shocker. According to Daily Bugle articles, Schultz began his criminal career by stealing $200,000 from a bank vault under mysterious circumstances. The NYPD investigators were baffled by the heist, noting that the vault door had been vibrated off its hinges. Over the following months, it was revealed that Schultz, a disgruntled engineer, had developed a pair of shock gloves capable of generating powerful vibrations, which he used to carry out a series of bank robberies across the city. Spider-Man eventually apprehended him, and Schultz was sent to Rikers Island. However, his imprisonment was short-lived. He escaped using a makeshift pair of shock gloves crafted from prison scrap. His freedom didn't last long, as Spider-Man quickly tracked him down and captured him again. With rising tension and fear over the emergence of superpowered criminals in New York, the NYPD appears to downplay the threat, focusing instead on a more immediate concern. Chief among them is the growing influence of the Russian mob, which has proven difficult to combat. Additionally, rumors swirl about a shadowy figure known as the Big Man, who is said to be consolidating all criminal activity in the city. Initially dismissed by police, these whispers became more challenging to ignore as the crime rate surges and the Big Man's violent war with the Russian mob escalates. However, the Big Man's reign is short-lived. Spider-Man eventually uncovers his identity, revealing him as Friedrich Foswell, a writer for the Daily Bugle. After his arrest, Foswell, at the request of J. Jonah Jameson, pens a final article explaining his transformation into the Big Man. He cites the rise of metahuman crime, Oscorp's unchecked development of dangerous technology, Spider-Man's existence, and the influx of ambitious criminals like Crime Master as the reasons for his actions. He also promises to expose widespread corruption in New York. Tragically, before he can fulfill this promise, Oswell is murdered in prison under mysterious circumstances, likely by a rival mob, leaving his revelations buried and his story unfinished. From the beginning, it's clear Spider-Man isn't universally loved in New York, with 45% of New Yorkers expressing fear or distrust of him. However, one demographic embraces him wholeheartedly: the city's youth. Young people showcase their admiration for Spider-Man through graffiti, artwork, and the iconic thwip hand gesture, symbolizing rebellion within the city. Figures like Flash Thompson and the broader youth face criticism for openly supporting Spider-Man. Over time, however, the wider population begins to warm up to Spider-Man as he continues to protect the city and prove his heroism. New Yorkers gradually shift their perception, expressing gratitude and admiration, solidifying his place as a beloved figure in the city. However, there's one person who does not appreciate Spider-Man to the same level as the citizens. Unlike Sam Raimi, J. Jonah Jameson in the TASM universe never fully appears. Instead, his presence is described through a series of editorial articles in which he expresses his dislike of Spider-Man. J. Jonah Jameson has issues with Spider-Man primarily centered on the hero's secret identity and lack of transparency. Jameson criticizes Spider-Man for hiding his true intentions from the public and questions the idolization of a figure whose motives remain unclear. Jameson argues that Spider-Man's presence has escalated New York's problems, blaming him for the rise of metahuman threats, advanced criminal weaponry, and the consolidation of powerful criminal groups. Despite his criticism, Spider-Man's fans often retaliate, as seen when they covered Jameson's car in a sticky white substance.